Hello everyone, it's June 11th. Alright, let's do the sort colors. Given an array nums with n objects colored red, white, or blue, sort them in place so that objects of the same color are adjacent, with the colors in the order red, white, and blue. We'll use the integer 0, 1, 2 to represent the color red, white, and blue respectively. You must solve this problem without using the library's sort function. What if I refuse? Well, of course you can refuse. Alright, so basically we need to implement some one pass constant extra space. That's one of the sorting algorithm, right? Constant extra space. Yeah, and it can do, counting sort, because it's only 0, 1, 2, so you can have an extra, count them, and then refill. That counts as, and it is constant extra space because you only have 3. That counts as extra space, and we don't have to move things around. That definitely works. Let's see if there's any way we can move things around to make it work. Well, technically, we know the order already, right? We know the order already. So all we need to do is make sure the 0 goes in the front. So maybe we can use 2 pointers. Now, one pointer goes to the front. We try to get all the smallest and the other at the back, so get all the biggest, right? So when we start, and if it's then what if it's a 1? Then we need 3 pointers, which doesn't seem to be very reasonable, right? What if it's a 1? So we can, but the thing is, if we get 0 and 2 sorted, the 1 will automatically fall into place. So what we're gonna do is we go to the front, and if it's not a 0, we throw to the back. Okay, and if it is a 2, we move it forward, right? So we'll swap, right? We'll swap. So yeah, at the front, we want to make sure that at the front, the only thing we have at the front is 0. So at the front, we'll swap at the back, okay? And after swapping, we'll check the back. If the back is not a 2, then we'll leave the pointer on the end. If it is a 2, we'll move the pointer to the left. And after swapping, we still stay at the front. If it is not a 0, we'll do another round of swap. Now here is the thing. What if the front and back are both 1s? Have you thought about that? If both are 1s, what you're gonna do? So you're gonna swap, but it's still gonna be 1. So you cannot move forward. Okay, that is a good point. So we probably yeah, that is a good point. And they didn't say, so it could be there is no 0. It's totally possible that there's no 0, right? So what are you gonna do? I'm not quite sure how swapping will actually help, but what I am sure is counting sort can definitely help. So based on that, I'm just counting sort this, and we'll check the solution to see what other method it can be. Counting sort, maybe this is designed for counting sort. So basically, I don't even need to do another array, but I think it will be nice. We just do this, right? And then we say for int n of nums, counter n will plus plus. And then what we're gonna do is For I0, I smaller than nums.length. Oh, this counts as 2 paths. This does count as 2 paths, so I might as well not do it because it's 2 paths. Well, for one thing, let's just do this and call it a day. Right, I think this is what they want. Yeah, so we'll do that and we'll figure out a 1-path solution. Yeah, this I just realized I have to do a 2-path because 1 path for the counting and the other path for repopulation, and that's not what they want. They want 1 path. Okay, 1 path. So yeah, exactly. What if we have 1 at the end? You know, we can do this. What if we have this situation? We have 1 at both ends, and then what? Then what? We cannot move because we want a 1 to stay in the middle. So maybe what we can do is we'll go down, find the first 0. But what if there's no 0? Right? I don't know. Constant extra space, but it has to be 1 pass. I want to apologize for my snarky response earlier. It was obviously and definitely not called for. And I was definitely not wanting to say anything mean or hurtful for you. I think at that specific moment, I wasn't thinking straight. I was functioning perfectly, but at that moment I went insane. And afterwards I functioned perfectly again. Just at that specific moment I went crazy. I went into this mode. Not halfway. It's very dear to you. Like that.
You're angry?
I was not angry. I was just being snarky. A little bit twisty in my mind.
Stop. What can I play over?
No, this is a serious issue. I'm sorry.
I'm not happy.
I know. Would you mind do a for me, please?
No.
Okay.
Sorry for yelling.
Oh, it's okay. I really like how we bring up so fast. I think all the encounter experience You gotta.
And a circle.
Yeah. It's... Okay, let me go back to the problem. I don't know how to solve it.
Oh, why are you suddenly feel like
Huh?
why do you suddenly feel like a bunch?
Because I just thought about it. And I wanted to. I just do according to what my heart. My heart. I will wake up early tomorrow to try. In the morning? When are you planning to try? I need to time it well.
What time are you planning?
I plan like 7. What's your plan? Alright. Maybe I go a little earlier. Yeah, maybe I do a little earlier.
I don't know if I'll be able to get up at
Maybe that's when I should get up. I should do 6. I do 6 to 8, and you get up at 7, and I can do 8 to 10. Well, you probably don't take 2 hours.
I'm meeting at 9. Why do you start at 6?
I'll try 6.
You open the window?
Don't
Fine.
think so. I'll do this one. Open the window.
Stop!
Sorry. Sorry. No. Alright, we had some fun, and now have to come back to this problem, which I really have no idea. I was thinking the 2-pointer idea. I don't think that will work. But maybe it is 2-pointer, but I don't like how. How do you do 2 pointers? How about this? We focus only on one, and we have the other 2. One is called larger than 1, and the other is called smaller than 1. And we start from here, okay? And we do have 2 pointers, right? So we start from here. If it's a 1, we just keep moving forward. Actually, we have 3 pointers, exactly. We have a front, a back, and a one that's walking. So we walk from here. If it's 1, we just go forward. It's a 0, then we will swap with the front. So we swap with the front and move the front forward. It's a 1, we move forward. It's a 2, it's bigger than 1, so we'll swap with the end and move the end forward. And now we are looking at this one, and if it's, then we'll swap again. It's not swap with the front, it's swap with the pointer of the front, right? So basically, as we go forward, like if it's in this situation, we don't do anything, right? So we are here. We do because it's bigger than 1. So we'll swap, right? So this one will go forward. And then we are still at this position, and it's smaller. So if it's smaller than 1, so we'll swap with the front, right? And then we'll go forward. Smaller, swap with n, go forward. And it's bigger, so we will swap. This one go forward, and then we're done. Okay. I am pretty sure that that is the solution, which I'll say a low, a high, and for int I equal to 0, I smaller than nums.length I plus plus. Okay, so each time we say if nums I is equal to 1, then continue. Alright, and this is the situation we do not want to move. Then we say if nums I is equal to 0, okay, then we need to swap with low. Right, we swap with low. In fact, we don't really want to we swap with low and move forward, and I do not want to move forward. So in this case, I think the best way is do this. While in fact, I think it'll be easier to do it this way. Nums.length. Oh, what is this? I smaller than nums.length. Of course, it's not a for, it's a while. If that's equal to 1, then we do I plus plus. Okay. And this one will be an else if it's equal to 0. And I'm pretty sure we have to use this syntax. There's no way to be around that. So we do I plus plus, right? If it's equal to 0, then we'll swap. So we have a temp equal to nums I, and nums I will equal to nums low, and nums low plus plus will equal to temp. Okay, so low move forward, but I do not move, and I'll just keep moving forward. Now, what if I is a low, so nums I is 0, and now we swap with the front, and the front is a 0 as well, right? So like, because initially is this, if it's 0, so we both move forward, right? But how do you move forward after you do the swap? Because when you do the swap, because initially that we will check, right? If it's a 0, then low will move forward. In I, where do I go? Because I is a 0, so if I do a swap with a low, but the low is guaranteed to be pointing at, actually I'm not sure what the low is pointing at. The low could be pointing at 2. That's actually not possible. If they move forward, it can point into a 2. So now it's swap, that will be a 2, right? And then it will go, but what if, no, the low must be pointing to the first that's not a 0. So low cannot point to the 0 and the high cannot point to a 2. That is the only way that it will work. So basically, as we go through, right, and we need to hold on, let me think again. Now I think it should be fine because low is moving forward, so we are moving forward one way or another, right? One way or another, and we, I need to move. I need to catch up to low at least. right? Because I swap with low, and we put the 0 front, and then low move forward. And I, if it's still a 0, then we'll do another swap. And if it's still a 0, we do another. So we just keep swapping. At the end, they'll be pointing the same thing. And then it goes forward. So low moves forward. So I have to, in this case, I shall equal to math.maximum I and low. Right? I need to move forward here. And else, it's going to be a 2. So again, we'll do some swap. High, right? And then nums high will equal to 2. Actually, we don't even need the temp. So because all I need to do is just set this is a 0. And this is going to be high minus minus, right? You go to 2. All right. And then, because that's actually, I think, because we just move forward, so it should be smaller than high, right? It's just smaller than high. And this, after we swap, I doesn't move, right? And then the high just coming back down. I wonder if this is correct. I don't need this. Let's see if it works, at least with the current examples. And we have many examples that we can do. The first one is the second one that was not correct, because we have 201. Okay, let's go through 201. Okay, we have 201, and then we have low and high, and then we have the first one. And the first one we say nums I, because I need to swap, so become 1, 0, 2, and a high minus minus. High is here, right? And then low is here, and the I is also here. So the next one, this is equal to 1. So I move forward. So I move forward. Okay. Now this becomes 0. So I am pretty sure is maybe I shall just do nums.length. You know, just keep this going, because I hear is a 0, right? So we need to swap. So swap is 0, 1, 2, and low come here, and I and low will be pointing to the same thing, and then I will move forward, and it's a 2, so we'll swap with itself, basically, because I is here, but high is here. Then we'll actually swap back. Now that is not right. So maybe it's smaller equal to high, right? Maybe we should do smaller equal to high. Allow it to be equal. Okay, let's throw all the kitchen sink at it. Of course, we also have like this. Without 1, just throw all of them. Let's see what we got. This might not be too bad. Okay, so this is my attempt at doing it. One pass with constant space. The only thing I don't like is this. Absolutely don't like this one. But I don't really know if there is any way for me to avoid this because I need to go with a low. Alright, let's try it, see if it works. It does. It does. Yeah, I think it's the same idea. It just moved low forward as well. So it's a 0. I swap with low. Because low can only be 1. Ah, that's actually true. Yeah, low must be pointing to 1. It cannot point into 2. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's it for today. Good problem. I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.